At this time, if you will, all rise for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in prayer. Father God, we celebrate today. We celebrate 28 recruits through blood, sweat, and tears, and your coverage. No longer recruits, but become firefighters. Lord, we ask you to put a hedge of protection around them, around their departments. Lord, we ask you to give them wisdom and courage as they do such a noble job. Lord, we give you honor and glory tonight for them to decide that this is a career for them. Lord, it's in your name we pray. Amen. You may be seated.
Thank you all for being here. At this time, to do our welcome, I would like to introduce our county manager, David Ellis.
Good evening. First, let me state it is an honor to be here in front of you. I want to say it's no secret that Wake County continues to grow. And with that growth comes an increased need for public safety services. Our fire department saw a 30% increase in calls from 2021 to 2022, which equates to more than 11,000 more calls for service in a single year, which is the largest uptick we have ever seen. We cannot continue to provide the top-notch, life-saving services that our residents deserve without dedicated and talented public safety professionals like those of you who we're celebrating tonight. I know the past 38 weeks were not easy, but you were committed, you persevered, and you succeeded. I'd like to be the first one to congratulate you all on this outstanding accomplishment. I'd be remiss if I didn't take a moment to thank everyone who worked hard to get us to where we are tonight. One of our greatest responsibilities as a county government is to keep our residents safe, and our Board of Commissioners is committed to providing the best possible public safety services to our residents. This board's commitment to public safety is unparalleled by any other board in this country. I'd like to recognize and thank the commissioners who are here with us today. Our chair, Shanika Thomas. I don't see Vice Chair Evans. Commissioner Vicki Adams. Commissioner Matt Calabria. Commissioner Don Mile. And Commissioner Cheryl Stallings. Commissioner West is unable to attend, but he sends his wishes and congratulates the member of this 14th Academy. I want to take a moment and thank the colleagues from the County Manager's Office who worked closely with our departments to pull this together. I'd like to thank our Wake County Fire Services and Emergency Management leadership and staff. There's the awesome Director Dale Alford. There's our Deputy Director, Joe Vendighi. Come on, Joe, stand up. We have Academy Coordinator Brad Pace. And all the staff members who worked with our Academy recruits over the past 38 weeks. Thanks also goes out to our Wake County Human Resources Department and our Communications Office. I'd like to take a moment and especially thank Trenesia Martin, who has been here through thick and thin to make sure that this Academy was successful. Trenesia, thank you very much. And I see we have Alice Avery over there, who's always on the sideline, but Alice, thank you for everything that you've done to make sure to communicate out the success of this group. Sam's going to be very proud of you, Alice. I'd like to recognize our local fire departments for participating in this year's Academy. Durham Highway Fire Department, where are you, Durham Highway Fire Department? All right, David, you can stand up. All right. Fairview Fire Department, where are you at? All right. Fuquay-Varina Fire Department, are you in the house? All right. Garner Fire and Rescue, where are you at? All right. And Northern Wake Fire Department, where are you? All right. So again, oh, I had to flip the page. All right. And Wendell Fire Department. I want to thank you for your dedicated service to our community and your partnership with Wake County. And speaking of partnerships, we wouldn't be here tonight without our strong partnership with Wake Technical Community College, AKA Wake Tech. Wake County and Wake Tech have worked side by side from the very beginning, from last summer when we held information sessions for interested applicants, through long days of training, and finally tonight when we celebrate our successful new graduates. I'd like to thank President Dr. Scott Rawls, Provost Dr. Jamie Wicker, come on, Jamie, and all the Wake Tech staff who helped our recruits gain the skills that they needed to succeed. And as Dr. Rawls would say, Wake County runs on Wake Tech, and if this isn't the perfect example of that, nothing is. So Wake Tech, thank you very much. So I know this was long, but I wanted to make sure we thanked everyone. I'm honored to be a part of tonight's ceremony and look forward to hearing about all the great things that this academy and these individuals are going to do over the next 20 to 30 years. So thank you all. Congratulations, you did it. Way to go.
Good evening. I am Scott Rawls, President of Wake Tech, and it's an honor to represent Wake Tech this evening and welcome each of you to tonight's graduation. And let me be the second to congratulate tonight's graduates of the 14th Wake Tech Fire Service Academy. Your hard work, your perseverance, your dedication have led to this night that we're all honored to be here to celebrate. And a particular welcome and thank you to all the family members. A few weeks ago, I had the privilege of joining many of you at family night, and I was excited to see the excitement that you had, the encouragement, and I could see the support that you were providing to each of tonight's graduates. And I know that even though you won't be walking across the stage with them tonight, you have walked with them up to this stage to help them to get to this point. And so a big thank you to each of the family members, friends, family, significant others, spouses. Thank you for making this night possible as well. And thank you for encouraging and supporting tonight's graduates to become firefighters. being a firefighter, I've obviously never been a firefighter. Wanted to be, that was one of the first things I wanted to be when I was a little boy. I saw the firefighters on the back of those trucks, and that's what I wanted to do. Never made it, but I know it is not for the faint of heart. It is not for the faint of heart. It takes a special courage, and that's something I want to thank you, but also the family members as a community member for allowing these great new graduates to go into this most noble of services for our community and have the courage and for you to be behind them each step of the way. It's been a privilege, and it is always a privilege for Wake Tech to be a partner, and I want to thank our partners, the Board of Commissioners who enable us to be what we're able to do at Wake Tech, our great partners with the county manager David Ellis, Daryl, everybody who we work with, and thank you to all the great Wake Tech team, Jamie Wicker, Nicole Reeves, Anthony Cason, Bob Staggs, who's on stage right now, Steve Fowler, Kim Miller, others who are here. Thank you. It hasn't been easy for any of us getting to this point. Fire Academy is not easy. And I remember some particular days of challenge. I remember our executive VP calling me one day when I was in Cary saying, hey, we're going to need some more fire instructors for the Fire Academy. And I'm not calling to ask, I'm calling to tell you I already did it because I knew what you would say. We got to do what we got to do for the community. And this morning I woke up remembering a tweet that an instructor sent. It wasn't one of the fire instructors. It was actually an instructor who came in to work with each of you all in January during the Success Academy. I don't know if you remember that. And she tweeted, she said this in her tweet. Let me see if I can find it. Some days I'm just amazed at how impactful our mission is for the entire surrounding community, and I'm honored to play a tiny part in that mission. Unfortunately, we had to let that instructor go a few days later because we had hired all those extra fire instructors. That was a joke. We didn't let anybody go. I'm just trying to see if you all are awake this evening. No, we didn't let anybody go. It was an honor for each of us to be involved and tonight to be with you as we reach this moment of celebration. You know, it is moments of challenge that also lead to the greatest feelings of reward. And so I imagine, and all I can do is imagine what it's like to be a firefighter, having never been one. But I imagine that the rewards, when you walk away from the challenges you face and look at the accomplishments you make in each particular case, when you run into the fires and you run into the scenarios on behalf of all of us, it's a challenge. It takes special courage. But I imagine the rewards you feel from that are great. And on behalf of not just Wake Tech, but for the Wake County community, I want to thank you. Thank you again for the dedication and the perseverance to get to this evening, but most importantly, the courage to make the decision to serve our community as you have chosen to do. And it has been an honor for us each step of the way at Wake Tech to be part of your journey to where we are tonight. Thank you, congratulations, and let's get on with the ceremony.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Jim Jones, and I have the privilege of leading an amazing group of professionals at the Fuquay-Varina Fire Department as their fire chief every day, and I thank God for that blessing. Thank you, Wake County Fire Services, Wake Tech, Fuquay Town Board, Garner Town Board, and all the other municipal town boards that have been involved in putting on this historic academy. And thank you for the opportunity to speak at this event. Tonight, we not only celebrate Wake County's newest firefighters, but we also want to thank the families and loved ones that have supported them on this wild ride. This has been quite a journey for those 28 graduating recruits of the Wake County Fire Academy 14. It started with an internal desire to be something bigger than any one of them. They attended community meetings for more information. They liked what they heard, completed an application. They practiced and passed an agility test. They answered questions at interviews, and they received an offer to join the greatest profession in the world, firefighting. And their journey began. Recruits, everyone in this room tonight is here to celebrate your successful completion of this fire academy. and you should take a moment to relish that achievement because you deserve it. Then, after you take that moment, take several more and thank your family for putting up with you for the last 38 weeks. During that academy, you came home physically and mentally exhausted, sore, bruised, angry, sad, and sometimes very happy. And through that roller coaster of emotions, your loved ones were there for you. I think you, the recruits, owe them a round of applause. Tonight, my time is short, but I would like to offer you a few thoughts from someone who has never dreaded going to work a day since my first day as a career firefighter with the Fuquay-Varina Fire Department on August 15th, 1993. And yes, I see some of you counting fingers. That is almost 30 years, but more importantly, if anyone asks, I'm still 38 and holding. Throughout this very intense physical and mental academy, you have pushed yourselves further than you thought you could. You've overcome fears, injury, illness, and you have earned your spot as a certified firefighter in your department. However, when you walk into the fire station for your first day as a new recruit, that moment is when the learning that will carry you through your career as a firefighter really begins. If you want to be a good firefighter, respected by your fire department family throughout your career, remember, nothing in the fire service is given. You must earn it. Sometimes that will mean you have to study harder, train more, and just plain get dirty. One of my favorite quotes comes from Thomas Edison. He said, "Opportunity is missed by most people because it is dressed in overalls and looks like work." Never forget what it took for you to get to this point right here tonight, and don't ever be afraid to put on a pair of overalls. Yes, there are still a lot of things to learn, but you have certainly proven that you are ready for the next challenge. Tonight, I would like to offer you 5 pieces of advice that, if followed, will provide you a long, successful career. Number 1, be thankful for this opportunity. Always be thankful for doing the greatest job in the world. It is an honor to be a firefighter, and you are a firefighter 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. Remember that when making decisions when you're off duty. Never forget, God has a plan for each one of you, and it has led you here tonight. Number 2, love the job. This job is not just 10 days a month and a paycheck. It is a calling. If all you want is your next paycheck, do yourself and the men and women that will trust you with their lives a favor and go ahead and find another career. Truly loving this job means loving and appreciating every aspect of it. Remember, the fire safety lesson you teach a 4th grader today may save their life, or it may put them on a path to being your rookie firefighter one day. Number 3, take care of yourself. You only have one body, so take care of it. Get your annual physical, wear your air pack, eat right, and exercise. And when something you see on a call bothers you, talk to someone. We all like to think of ourselves as invincible, but this job will take a toll on you both physically and mentally if you let it. So take care of yourself and each other. Number 4, you have a new family. Life in the fire station is like any other home with a big family. Disagreements, fights, jealousy, and anger, they are all there. You can get mad at them, argue with them, or just plain ignore them. But know this, when you need one of those men and women in your fire department family, they will be there for you. That's what being a family is all about. Number 5. Now, it may sound like a cliche, but number 5 is make a difference. Don't just come to work, pull your shift, and go home. When you can, Get involved in the department and the community that you serve. Embrace your role as a public servant and role model in your community. Whether you spend your entire career with the department you currently work for or not, be a student of your profession and leave the profession better than it was when you started. In closing, I pray that you never lose the enthusiasm I saw on each one of your faces last week at the live burn, because it truly reminded me how much I love this job. Not every day will be a picnic, but always remember you have a fire service family that will support and protect you. And finally, I'll leave you with this thought. Never forget that no matter how bad your day is or how lousy you feel, you get paid to ride a fire truck. And no matter what else happens, that is a great way to earn a living. Thank you, congratulations, and good luck.
About another hour. Can y'all make it one more hour? I just thought about it too. I didn't get Alice to read this right here, and typically Alice reads all my stuff before I do it, so here we go. Academy 14, you're almost there, about 30 more minutes, but good evening. I am Darrell Alford, and I have the absolute privilege of being the Director of Fire and Emergency Management for Wake County. About 16 months ago, our team put together a plan to address two key items in the fire service. One, a very high turnover rate in the lower ranks. We needed to create a pipeline of trained individuals. Two, how do we help the fire departments diverse their pool of applicants? The plan we put together was accepted by the county manager's office and had overwhelmingly support of our Board of Commissioners. That was great, right? Well, it was great, but we needed help. Our keynote speaker tonight was a huge part of that help. She is a United States Army veteran, serving from 1992 to 1997. She has a BS in Business Administration from Middle Tennessee State, a master's degree in Human Resources from DeVry University, and is a certified Human Resource Manager from Carl Vinson Institute of Government at the University of Georgia. If you were to ask me how to sum her up in 3 words, faith, family, and fairness. Let me say that again. It's in that order. Faith, family, and fairness. Well, I'll add one additional word there, friend. And it is my honor to introduce the Academy 14 keynote speaker, my friend and colleague, Trenesia Martin, Deputy Director of Wake County Human Resources.
Thank you for those very kind words. He is a friend indeed. President Dr. Rawls, members of faculty, Wake County Board of Commissioners, County Manager Ellis, Director Alford, family, friends, and distinguished guests, and most importantly, recruit class of Academy 14. It is indeed an honor for me to be here with you this evening. I've got to be honest with you, though. I wasn't quite sure I was going to be able to deliver this commencement today. I recently lost my dad to cancer, and it felt like my entire world had fallen apart. But I remembered his words, words that my father would often say to me. He would say, "I'm so proud of you, my firstborn, because I've never had to bail you out of anything. You learned fortitude, self-discipline, perseverance, self-motivation, and servanthood early in life." He would say, "You know, you're a lot like me," and it would always make my little sister so jealous. My dad was a very proud man. He took pride in his profession and his commitments, and he expected no less from me. So I had to be here. I had to be here today for you. We started this journey together, and it was only fitting that we ended this journey together. I had the privilege of meeting a lot of the recruits several times while they were at the academy. We talked a lot about what it really means to be a public servant. So I know that they truly understand that the careers and the positions and the jobs that we choose as a public servant demands that we put service always before self. I found that nothing in life is worthwhile unless you're willing to take some risks. And I know some of you took a big risk switching careers, hoping that this one was going to pay out big for you. And I can relate to that. I served in the United States Army. When I got out, I took a job in private industry. My personal goal was I was going to become a corporate executive by age 40. Was that ambitious? Yes. Was it achievable? I believed it was. So why did I leave? I left because I didn't consider the cost. You see, I built my life on biblical principles and purpose. And everything I accomplished in private industry was good, but it cost me my purpose. The cost was too high. Everything was about revenue and not people. I missed serving people. I missed the sense of fulfillment and pride that comes from serving people. I missed having a purpose-driven life. So I decided to go into local government. Best decision I could have made. If you're asking yourself still, is it worth the risk? I'm here to tell you, it's worth it. Here in local government is where my passion and my purpose was reborn. You see, every day I get to get out of my bed and look and see it's another day that I get to positively impact someone else's life as a public servant. As a public servant, I get to have the ability to restore faith, hope, and charity into those that may have lost their way. Wake County's population is roughly 1.1 million, with an estimated 62 people per day moving to this area, making it the fastest growing county in the state of North Carolina. And with this rapid growth, as you've heard County Manager Ellis say, it's going to bring a more diverse populace and an increased demand for services. And then for you recruit class of Academy 14, it's going to bring you 1.1 plus million opportunities for you to make a difference, for you to foster hope and trust in our state's Constitution. Let me read to you the preamble of the North Carolina State Constitution, and it reads, "We, the people of the state of North Carolina, grateful to Almighty God, the sovereign ruler of nations, for the preservation of the American Union and the existence of our civil, political, and religious liberties, and acknowledging our dependence upon him for the continuance of those blessings to us and our posterity, due for the more certain security thereof and for the better government of this state, ordain and establish this Constitution." Wake County Fire Services and Emergency Management's mission and the mission of your agencies align with that Constitution, and it is to ensure the protection of county residents and property with a commitment to service excellence. You've heard Director Alford consistently say, you must have a passion to do this job. It is the #1 job requirement. In your career, you will meet people in their most vulnerable state, often in great distress and chaos. And in those moments, you are that beacon of hope. The people will look to you for help. They will need you to be decisive and sure about everything you say and do. We're confident that you have demonstrated through your rigorous training and certifications that you are ready, more than ready, to answer that call to duty. Don't worry, parents and loved ones. As you've heard today earlier, they will have a family of firefighters standing right next to them. Each of you have had to face challenges in life. Some of them literally knocked the wind out of you. This academy was probably one of those challenges. But there is purpose under the sun for everything. And I believe that every challenge that you have faced, everything in life you've had to overcome and endure, got you to this expected end and will prepare you to advance your career in fire services. I've watched each of you transform throughout this academy. The way you think is different. The way you approach problems is different. You don't think like individuals anymore. You all think like a team. You move like a team. Some of you even took on leadership roles while you were at the academy. You looked out for each other. You've accomplished a lot in a short period of time, but buckle in, because the real work starts now. Everything you do from this moment forward in your career, someone will remember your act of service for the rest of their life. The uniforms, the helmet, and the badge are all articles of honor and respect. Those are America's symbols. When you wear them with pride. And when you do the work, do it with passion, humility, empathy, and honor. In closing, I want you to remember this very important fact. We serve the people. They don't serve us. The good ones, the bad ones, we serve the people regardless of what they look like, what they smell like, or the value of their home. We always serve the people in every situation and at all times. Never forget that and never lose sight of it. I would like all the recruits to remain seated and everyone else that work in fire services to please stand. Recruit Class Academy 14, look around you. Today, you will join the ranks of America's finest heroes. Congratulations, we salute you.
Just a few more minutes, we'll get to you. Just be patient. So at this time, we have gotten to the part that you have been waiting since 4 o'clock this afternoon for. I did promise them that I would not call any nicknames that they picked up in the academy. So at this time, I had a discussion earlier, if you're pinning a badge or coming up with them, if you want to make your way to that side. All right. Without further ado, Zach Burgoyne, Durham Highway. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Beth, and his dad, Joe. Michaela Burns, Fuquay Fire Department. Pinning her badge will be her mom, Carrie, and her girlfriend, Autumn. David Fernandez, Wendell Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Miss Fernandez. Michael Fergora, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his wife, Dominique. Cody Gagne, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his dad, Dan. Hunter Gale, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Jamie. David Giorgetti, Fuquay-Varina Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his brother Brian. Zach Georgopoulos, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Nancy, and his dad, John. Andrew Grove, Fuquay Varina Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his dad, Christopher. Tyler Hahn, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his grandfather, Jack. Jennifer Hayes, Fuquay Varina Fire Department. Pinning her badge will be her boyfriend, George. James Hines, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his girlfriend, Amara. Nicholas Hollingsworth, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his dad, Ed, and his mom, Kim. Cody Jones, Durham Highway Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his wife, Brittany. Nathan Kohlhofer, Northern Wake Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his fiancee Kayla and his son Brody. Tasia Maddox, Fuquay Varina Fire Department. Pinning her badge will be her mom, Tanya, and her uncle, Battalion Chief Ron Marks. Nelson Martinez, Northern Wake Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his wife Jessica and his daughter Zoe. Aiden McNabb, Fairview Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his brother Finn, his mom Darla, and his dad Steve. Michael Rodolico, Fairview Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his grandfather, Frank. Miles Satterfield, Wendell Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Hope, and his dad, Michael. Andrew Spain, Fuquay-Varina Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Melissa, and his dad, Jim. Dakota Staley, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his father, Brad. Joe Thiem, Fuquay Varina Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Melissa, and his dad, Mark. Landon Thompson, Fuquay Varina Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Kelly, and his dad, Trevor. Alex Todd, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his friend, James. Mauricio Vega Vega, Fairview Fire Department. Pinning his badge will be his dad, Nick. Michael Ward, Garner Fire and Rescue. Pinning his badge will be his friend Cody. Paul White, Durham Highway. Pinning his badge will be his mom, Kelly, and his dad, Paul. At this time, I'd like to say congratulations to the firefighters of Academy 14.
Right quick, it's not on the program, but before we move any further, I mentioned this plan that we put together about 16 months ago. Well, at no point during that time that I called Brad and asked him anything about how he felt about a plan with a large paid academy. And I want to say that Brad and the training staff have done yeoman's work and done absolutely everything that we asked them to do to make this a success. So, Brad, I want to personally say thank you from Wake County for putting up with us and making this whole thing work. I also like to thank, while we're doing that, Tramp Dunn. Wilbert Dunn is the proper name, but Tramp Dunn, we brought him in the academy and helped us out. And Dr. Wicker, if you'd have any and all Wake Tech instructors, if you would stand right quick, if you're here that took part in teaching this academy.
Everybody feel good? Sir, yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Recruit Academy 14, thank you so much. To all the guests that's here, fire chiefs, fire departments and all, there's a lot of stuff that go on behind the scenes that you don't know anything about. Firefighting that's a tough job. Don't let nobody fool you now. And there are so many things that go on. My boss right here, Brad Pace, he does a lot of things that nobody knows. If the light's out, fire truck about to run out of fuel, grass needs cutting, somebody's acting out of line. Don't make me want you. Brad has done a lot, correction, Captain Pace has done a lot of stuff behind the scenes that we don't see to make things work. Air packs, gear, you name it. And it's only fitting and proper that I want to give something to him with the Academy's permission. I'm gonna sit down right quick. I done law enforcement before I got on the fire department. And I would watch firefighters come out on the scene and they look like a bunch of ants. And I mean, unorganized stuff, but when it was over with, things were put together. Now, I'm the old man of the group. I did not like none of these firefighters. I didn't like a one. I'm 72 years old, and they snickered when I told them that, and half of them's parents weren't even born then. Shut up. With the help of Captain Brad, they didn't know how to mop floors. They didn't know how to sweep. Some of them had never said yes, sir, no, sir in their lives. They ain't never cooked nothing. You would not believe. And in the fire service and Wake Tech, I taught for 18 different community colleges all over this state, and I could not wait to get back to my college, Wake Tech. I could not wait to get back to Wake County. I'm not knocking another county or nothing like that, but this is home, and things are different. As I look around the room, I see a lot of chiefs in here. Hell, I trained y'all too. Yeah, I'm an old man, but we got a product right here. And I learned a long time ago, when I left law enforcement, and I said, I want to. It ain't over with yet. When I left law enforcement and got with the fire department, and we went to burn the first house, I said to myself, Self, you have erred bad. I was the only black on the scene. And I had said, you white guys and girls, y'all crazy. Now listen, Mr. Manager, I got this. Captain Dunn, why do you always, I said, it's the truth. No, it's not the truth. Prove it. I said, all right. Have you ever seen a shark bite a black man? The brothers don't get in that water out there when the shark's out there. Huh? That's right. And one of my last calls with the Raleigh Fire Department was to a house, big house. And we was on the money boy when we got there. And I never paid the sign in the front yard, no attention. We gonna, boy, let's get up in here. That's what y'all got to do. We got to get up in here. And this lady is screaming in the front yard, you got to save my baby, you got to save my baby. Okay, where is your baby at? In the house? Don't know. Last time I saw it was in the hallway. Okay, let's go. Well, as I'm putting on my mask and strapping up and everything, I said, let me check with her one more time. Do she know where this young'un is, and we'll go get this baby right to start with. I said, can you describe where the baby's at? So, well, it's going to take two to bring him out. Do what? That's not a baby. I said, what does your baby look like? Said it's white, and it weighs about 115, 120 pounds, probably 18, 20 feet long. Do what? What is this we going to? It's a $11,000 albino 20-foot boa constrictor. I'm sworn to save. Oh no, we ain't going up in there. The white guys on my company said, "Get back, Captain, we got this," and they went in there and got him and bought him out. Who's crazy? Captain Pace has been, he's bit me several times, and he's bit you guys and girls several times. We put it on you. Wait, Tech, you give us some of the best instructors, Steve, all of you. I can't wait to get back to my college. We put it on you guys and girls. Only the strong survive, and you're here today. Don't you bow your head down to nobody. Do you understand what I'm saying? Don't forget your upbringing. I know where every one of you work at. Okay? Captain Pace, thank you for everything that you've done. You need to stand up here for a minute. Come on. I ain't got all day. Yes, sir. This cost us some money right here. We've been waiting for that thing. That pretty. Yeah. And I want you to read down at the bottom down there, at the very bottom thing down there. What it say?
We're the only friends you got.
Hot dog. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Thank you so much, dog. Got you, man. We got it, dog.
Huh? I give you a speech. I want all them diplomas back. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate it. You got me. Obviously, you had some help. We'll deal with that on Monday. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's like I said, it is a lot of work. There is a lot that goes into it that we try to keep y'all from seeing. But at the same time, just like Captain Dunn said, without Wake Tech, without the instructors we've had, there's no way we can do it all on our own. So we do our best, but at the same time, it's been thanks to Wake Tech, thanks to all the instructors, those that have been helping, those that even came on their own time to help. It's been a tremendous advantage and has helped me out tremendously. Having Captain Dunn as a second set of eyes has also helped, so we're glad to have him back as well. But thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll talk about this on Monday. At this time, I'd like to introduce Tyler Hahn for your firefighter remarks and saying a word or two for his fellow recruits.
Wow, what an 8 months it was. This academy was quite the adventure. It was filled with such incredible instruction, relentless consistency, opportunity to grow through challenges, and of course how Hightower would say it, good times. It's been a blessing to be a part of this academy, and in the past 8 months, we've learned everything from life-saving measures to how to properly clean a toilet. It was said multiple times that there was way more to learn outside of this textbook. And the instructors did a wonderful job at teaching us the realities of this career based off of their experiences. 3 of the biggest takeaways I got aside from the curriculum were discipline, accountability, and staying fluid. Discipline was instilled in us early, and it started the first week of academy when we were learning how to be in formation, more specifically, standing at attention. We learned that you do not move a muscle while standing at attention. You can breathe and you can blink. As somebody who's never done this before, I didn't quite understand why. But it was then explained to us that we do this because it develops discipline. Our job is dangerous, and it requires us to remain disciplined in many aspects, such as focus, teamwork, communication, and consistency, just to name a few. My second takeaway, accountability. We were held to a high standard. This level of accountability was not just a personal one, but a must to hold each other accountable as well. If we deviated from our rules or if somebody decided they want to leave a glove down at the training grounds during lunchtime, we were all held accountable for that. And because we are one team, we were all punished for that. I mean, had the opportunity to get stronger through push-ups. Holding each other accountable does a few things. It shows dedication to one another, care for that individual, and a commitment to success. My third takeaway, staying fluid. During this academy, we learned that not every day is going to be the same. Not every call is going to be the same. And while it is crucial to have a plan, we learned that stuff happens, and we need to be able to adapt and overcome to fix any situation that might come our way. Staying fluid embodies the ability to mentally and physically fluctuate from one plan to another to better solve that situation. While the last 8 months might have felt like a long time, I'm going to miss this academy and everybody in it very much. I would like to specifically thank Captain Pace for coordinating this academy and showing exactly what it means to stay fluid. When obstacles came, he handled his business promptly and effectively. There would be no Academy 14 if it wasn't for him. I would also like to take this time to thank Captain Dunn and everything that he did for us. He supported us emotionally, through his wisdom, and through humor. He truly was the only friend we got, as he loved to tell us. Thank you both for leading us through this academy. I wish I had more time to thank all the instructors individually, but we would be here until midnight. I know some of you might have to work tomorrow, so I won't do that to you. Paul, no. There were so many amazing instructors who showed such great passion, professionalism, and patience. Thank you so much for your commitment to Academy 14. Thank you to everybody who made this academy possible. We are incredibly grateful and very eager to start giving back to this community. I hope everybody has a great night, and thank you for coming to celebrate.
At this time, to present our Leadership Award, I'd like to bring up Bob Stagg.
On the right, okay. Coming up today, I was asked, Director Alford, I said, it's always kind of get up here, and he kind of gets pale when I get up here because he never knows what I'm going to say. And the truth of it, I never know what I'm going to say either. I'm glad that Dr. Cabanas is here because he's going to watch Daryl's face kind of drain as it gets forward. I asked him what I should talk about, and Daryl looked me straight in the eye and said, talk about 5 minutes, sit down and shut up. So we'll go with that. We'll try to do that. But congratulations, everybody. Thank you so much for doing this. What a tremendous achievement you've done. This is where Daryl will start getting pale. I want to go off my script a little bit, which is nothing unusual, but this one actually is going to be serious. During this past time, during the academy, my fellow fire commissioners lost somebody. Matter of fact, we lost 2 commissioners. One was Ronnie Pritt, who's the chief of Roseville Fire Department. We lost him. But one that has an impact on this academy is we lost Tony Malden, who's the fire chief of Fuquay. Both Ronnie and Tony were friends, but Tony was a special person to me. As you can see, there's some that graduated in this academy who will be representing the Fuquay Fire Department. These people were, I won't say recruited, arm twisted, or whatever, but Tony got what Tony wanted. And trust me when I tell you that Chief Malden didn't look for crap. He got good people. He wouldn't put his stamp of approval on it or on you. So, again, with that being said, Tony, I know he's watching. I know he's trying to get a word in with Mr. James, his father, who is also a firefighter. So he's probably watching. Tony, Chief Jones has listened to your mentorship, and he's done a great job taking over for you. But we lost Tony in November, just a couple of weeks after the academy started. So the one thing that I know Tony would be smiling about now would be the fact that he took and got a recruit who got pinned tonight. It was like 3rd generation law enforcement. And that probably made him the happiest thing in the world. So I'm going to use a synonym just so nobody will be embarrassed, but former police chief Smith, nice name, you can just, recognize the fact that it's Tony 1, you nothing. So, all right, that being said, I get the honor of presenting the Leadership Award. Let me tell you a little bit about it. We had a training director several years ago that he and I were bouncing around the idea of having some sort of award that captured not only somebody that was tactically proficient, not somebody that could do real well on exams. We wanted somebody that actually represented the fire service. So we sat and talked about it and put different things together. And one night we were at a dinner honoring somebody. We sat down and put some stuff together. I don't know if it was on a napkin or whatever. We put 2 and 2 together and says, my God, we know what we want. We're looking for someone who is tactically proficient, may not be the best, but he's tactically proficient. He trusts you and you trust him on the fire ground. He's smart. He can pretty much recite the book, but he interprets it. He's got critical thought. He can interpret it. Maybe not the smartest one, maybe a B+ student. He's got courage, not the absence of fear, but courage, knowing how to handle that. But more importantly, and this is the one thing that separates a good firefighter from a great leader, and that this individual had the capability to bring it all together. He's the type of person that you would want to work with, want to work for, and in my case, want to count as a friend. I've known this guy for over 50 years, and I count him as a friend. He and I have gone through a lot together. I'm not going to use any of his nicknames by any stretch of the imagination, but also I would like him to present this award since he's here. That, to me, it would mean a whole lot, and I think to the recipient it would. So this Leadership Award is named for, God, who would call their kid Wilbur? It's named for my buddy, Tramp Dunn, and I'd like Tramp to come up here and present the award. Now I ain't got all day. You want to hurry up a little bit? I ain't got all day. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. It's all yours, brother.
Speak, man.
Speak.
I'm gonna hand it to him.
Oh, he's going to hand it to it. Well, then we'll give it to me. I got to read. This is the Wilbur Tramp Dunn Leadership Award, and it's in recognition of leadership qualities that reflect dedication to the overall success of the recruit class and represent the finest ideals of the fire service. Here's the man right there. And the winner, as selected by the instructors, is Michael Figueroa.
Thank you so much, Mr. Stagg. That was awesome. So good evening, everyone. My name is Shanika Thomas, and I am the Wake County Board of Commissioners Chair. And it's my honor to join you this evening and present the Valedictorian Award. Have you ever heard the phrase, it's like drinking water from a fire hose? Well, ever since October the 3rd, 2022, these men and women before us today have been doing just that. They've been in training overload, Like Chief Jones said, it's been a roller coaster, physical, emotional, mental. Just ask Captain Dunn. Did you hear him? So during the academy, recruits complete several written tests, including EMT assessments and 17 firefighter exams that they must pass with a 70 average or higher. Recruits must also pass the practical exercises with each class that can range anywhere from 2 to 14 practical skills per class. While in the academy, these students spend countless hours studying before, during, and after class to achieve this goal. The valedictorian award is presented to the recruit with the highest average at the end of each academy. This year's recipient completed the academy with an overall average of 90.73. It is my honor to recognize this year's recipient of the Academy 14 Valedictorian Award, Michaela Burns. Maybe it was you and maybe it wasn't. Congratulations. Congratulations, Michaela. We are in awe of you and your classmates and your hard work and dedication. Before I came up here earlier, Michaela was actually being interviewed by CBS 17, and she was like, so who's gonna be the valedictorian? It could be me, it could be this person, it could be this person, it could be this person. And Daryl looked at me and he was like, well, she knows. And she was like, is it me? And I was like, or it's not. So I guess it is. Congratulations.
Congratulations to both of you. Y'all deserved it. At this time, I would like to ask the firefighters of Academy 14 to please stand for your firefighter oath. If you will, raise your right hand and repeat after me. I do swear that I will support the Constitution of the United States and that I will be faithful and bear true allegiance to the state of North Carolina and support the Constitution and laws thereof. And that I will faithfully fulfill all the responsibilities of my position without hesitation or mental reservation to the best of my ability. I will always conduct myself on and off duty in a manner that reflects positively on myself, my department, and the fire service in general, so help me God. Congratulations. You may be seated. At this time, I'd like to invite Commissioner Matt Calabria.
Good evening. To the family assembled here, to the friends, and most importantly, to our newest firefighters here in Wake County, congratulations. You all represent the largest and most diverse fire academy class that we have ever had in Wake County, and we are extraordinarily proud of you. Again, I'm Matt Calabria. Since 2014, I've been honored to serve everyone in Wake County as a county commissioner, and also since I was first elected, have served as the chair of the Public Safety Committee. And it also occurs to me that I'm the last thing before your dismissal, so I'll do my best not to go long. Tonight you've heard from County Manager David Ellis, who's talked about how much we need great firefighters in our community. You've heard from Dr. Scott Rawls, who's talked about the importance of partnerships and how it's a community working together to make this a reality. You've heard from Chief Jones about making sure you wear your overalls. We have covered the gamut tonight. And one thing that I hope you all take away is the excitement and the pride that we all have, that this community has in you. And hopefully you've felt that commitment already in your Fire Academy experience. This is the first class, a lot of people don't know this, but this is the first class to have full salary and benefits for all recruits. In 2021, the Board of Commissioners budgeted $3.3 million to create a recruitment program to increase participation, diversity, and inclusion in the Fire Academy. And so our Career in a Year program, which I have to give Ms. Trenesia Martin a whole lot of credit for putting together, included community recruitment meetings, cutting unnecessary application hurdles, paying Academy students during their no-cost training, and making sure that our Academy entrants were supported throughout the process. I will tell you as a county commissioner, and Commissioner Thomas and many of my colleagues who are here tonight can attest to this, we go to these county commission conferences throughout the state, and we get to talk to a number of other county commissioners. And in fact, in one of our most recent county commissioner conventions, again, county commissioners from the entire state, there was a major breakout session about the shortage of firefighters throughout the state. And so folks were brainstorming how they could recruit more firefighters to their area. Folks were talking about sharing firefighters with municipalities and those sorts of things. Well, for this entering class of about 30 seats here in Wake County, we had 1,046 applications amid a firefighter shortage in our state. And that's an indication of, hopefully, that we're doing something right, but also of the commitment that this county has to our fire service. So as you all embark on your careers, remember it was harder to get into your academy class than it was to get into Harvard. So well done. We hope that you'll always be encouraged by the feeling that this community has your back. Just this year, we provided full-time firefighters with a second set of turnout gear to make sure that we can reduce the carcinogens firefighters can be exposed to. And all our new facilities are co-located with EMS personnel and feature decontamination stations to further minimize station-based exposures to carcinogens. We have substantially increased firefighter compensation. When I started, we did not even have annual firefighter physicals. And so now we are not only doing that, but we're making sure that we're putting in place peer and psychological supports to help firefighters deal with the stresses that can come with the job. And last year alone, we broke ground on 3 new public safety stations in Knightdale, Fuquay-Varina, and Morrisville. And I say all that because I want you to know that Wake County embraces its first responders. We don't just want you to be good, we want you to be great, because we don't want to have a good county, we want to have the best county in the state and in the country. And frankly, we're pretty competitive about it. And the reality is we want you to go visit with other firefighters and get together with other firefighters, and we want you on that drive home to think about, wow, we really have it good in Wake County, and we have some of the best firefighters in the entire country. So as you progress through your firefighter career, please know that we want you all to be at your best. That this community, every day, that the people up here and so many of the people in our community are thinking about you every single day. We want you to succeed, and we have a climate here that is open to collaboration and innovation and new ideas and feedback. And so this is the end of one chapter, but the beginning of your careers, and we expect great, great things from you. There are people, including me, who have just a little bit of an idea what you all have been through in the last 8 months. There are people in this county who don't know a whole lot about what it means to be a firefighter, but we are proud of you and we are glad to support you in every way we can because we believe in what you are doing. We believe in the cause that you have enlisted in tonight, and we believe in you individually and as a fire service, and we will continue to believe in you. So in closing, I just want to reiterate that we are extraordinarily grateful for your decisions, for your commitment throughout the Fire Academy, and for the career you're about to embark on. Best wishes in your future endeavors, and Godspeed.
15 minutes, we'll be done. 15. I promise. So over the last 38 weeks, you have made new friends, developed a bond that can never be broken. Years down the road, you will look back at all the good times you had, and there will always be that conversation of, do you remember when? The memories and experiences you have had over the last 38 weeks will last you a lifetime. But as you move forward in your careers, remember these few things. Always be professional, respectful, truthful, and have attention to detail. Be dedicated to the job every day. Remember, hard work works. Strive for excellence in all you do. Continue to learn and be proficient through training. Lead by example. As you move forward in your careers, newer members are going to look for you to lead them in the right direction. Remember, it is okay not to be okay. And the final thing I want you to remember as you move forward, not every day is going to offer us a chance to save somebody's life, but every day will offer us the opportunity to affect one. It has been an honor to have you over the last 38 weeks and to see how far you've come since the very beginning. Keep in touch as I look forward to seeing all of you advance in your careers in the fire service. Academy 14, for the final time, you are dismissed.